This DM brief brought to you by Warm Honey Social, helping you build a buzzworthy brand and online presence. To hear the rest of Sydney's story, check out the full episode. How has God, moved in your life, held your hand, and walked with you?
So, okay, that's a great question. So, in the last year, it's been about a year and a half since I've made that complete surrender to the Lord. And, that has been, it's been amazing. But it's also been the hardest thing ever. Mm-hmm. And in the last year, I would say being in constant prayer, which is, the sacrifice of, getting down on your knees before you go to bed and when you wake up and asking God to guide you through the day. That has been huge for me. And also the we've mentioned before, just being able to silence your heart. So I go for walks with my dog and I just walk among the pines and take in the fresh air around us. And that has been a huge factor to just being in constant conversation with God. Mm-hmm. So I think that's something that that when you think about a relationship with God, it's not as scary as people make it to be.
Right.
It's just about literally turning the thoughts in your head to, instead of being self-fulfilling, how can I help my day? Just being in constant conversation with God, mm-hmm. Lord, what do you need me to do today? And that can just be a constant conversation going along in your head. Lord, I'm stressed about this. Why are you doing this to me? Or why are you giving me this hurdle to overcome? And usually those things will come later. Those answers will come later. But asking the Lord is step one. Right. Lord, why did you put me here? Why are you making me overcome this step? Or
right.
Why are you making me jump over this hurdle?
Right.
And this was about a year ago. I was praying about finding a place to live because when I moved home from Savannah, I was living with my grandparents, which was, I loved that. It was fun. They love my dog too. Oh. But so for so long I'm why is this not working out? I went to go look at a place and the person that was renting it out was not the nicest, and I'm I can probably deal with him. Just all of these
right.
things were lining up, and then I tried to live with somebody else, or I was oh, maybe they'd be a good roommate and maybe this would be good. And God always put up those blockades where I'm why though? I just didn't understand. Right. And then finally, actually, after taking a step towards deepening my faith with the Lord, I just prayed. I was God, I'm at wit's end here. I love my grandparents, but I'm ready to be on my own. And that complete surrender, He opened up this amazing place that I'm living now, which is on a beautiful country home. And it's so funny because I always tell people to be very specific when you pray, because the Lord knows what's on your heart, but sometimes He wants you to tell Him. Yeah. So I told my boyfriend, actually, right when we first started dating, if you don't want a porch, if you don't want a country home, if you don't want a horse, or if you don't want kids, then we're not gonna end up together. And he was oh, I want all those things, whatever. And now this house I moved into, which I'm renting, it has the front porch, my neighbors are horses, and I have everything besides kids, which will come in time. But just being specific in prayer is
mm-hmm.
So important, because God just wants to hear what you want, right. And He'll fulfill those needs for us.
And it takes time.
Mm-hmm.
And He already knows what's going to happen. Yeah. It's more a matter of you giving up control, us giving up control, and acknowledging that specific mm-hmm. item we need to give to Him.
Letting go of control has been huge. If that is something that I struggle with, the control thing, oh my goodness. And seriously, God does want us to let go of control, because as soon as we let go of control, He fills in those cracks that we've right. been needing love in our life, or what that we've been needing for Him to take control mm-hmm. of.
Right. To hear the rest of Sydney's story, check out the full episode.